Hey, hi everyone, and welcome. I'm Navneesh Bhardwaj, Head of Marketing at Mandas Technologies. And today I'm really excited to be joined by Mr. V. Swamy, Deputy Manager at ILS Hospitals, which is part of GPT Healthcare Group. ILS Hospitals has been doing some incredible work in healthcare space, and we are proud to be a part of their digital transformation journey with Communicat-O. Swami, it would be great if you would share a quick intro, your role, vision at ILS Hospitals.
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you to the entire Mandras team for giving us an opportunity that we can share. And okay, let me introduce myself. I myself is Swamy. I am taking care of the entire GPT healthcare ILS hospital digital implementation in terms of the functional lead. So that basically I am not very much for tech background, but
Mhm.
still I am from entirely to the operations thing. We had a great privilege working with Mandras and Salesforce, and through which we have come to Communicat-O. Uh,
Mhm.
it's the entire vision of any other healthcare leader nowadays is only to ensure patients' smooth journey. Basically, we all feel
Mhm.
like that way. So yes, we require different type of different level plugins at different stages and levels. We also are committed to that. We try our best to give at as far as best possible journey to the patient.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us, right? And in this quick conversation, we will be talking about the real world challenges actually you were facing, how Communicate to help streamline your lead engagement and outreach, and the tangible results that you have seen since adopting the platform, right? So, to start with, my first question to you is what specific problems or inefficiencies were you facing before using Communicato, especially in terms of lead engagement and outreach?
So what happens is, so before going directly to the question, I really wanted to bring you certain facts, like as per different standards and different data state pools. It is clearly proven that healthcare as a industry itself, it has this a huge scope for development in terms of IT integration and scopes. Okay, so when it comes to IT infra and development regarding healthcare, people think twice ki why because it's related to healthcare and all that thing. But the things have gone way beyond than our expectations. And
Mhm.
so
Right.
what happened earlier was, we all in healthcare used to focus more on the treatment part basically. We were not
Mhm.
focusing on what before and after treatment were happening. So yes, there were certain people or the certain business heads who were doing so. At the end, it matters not only what treatment is provided to the patient, it's all about a 360 journey of the patient. So
Mhm.
where from where I came to know that what we are missing or what are the gap actually is. Okay. So earlier we were facing this issue. We had appointments, we had all these things like we had leads, we had sales, everything, but we were working in silos. We were not in a streamlined pattern, or let's say we were not, or you could basically mention that we were not in a structured manner working for it. We were not able to track all the details what we're supposed to be. We were not able to communicate to the people as and when they require, or in a very optimistic way, or in a very resource utilized way. And these were the major things which actually called us that we should look for certain solution for this. Then we met Salesforce, and then how Communicator got into the play.
Really, really interesting to know that, right? You guys are thinking into the right direction when it comes about patient well-being plus their interest, right? To keep them up to date with whatever is going into the scenario. So, how was the automation of WhatsApp responses and lead generation improved your team's workflow or patient inquiry process?
So it was like earlier we used to manage WhatsApp. We used to send patients messages to WhatsApp, but it was very much manual in nature. So let's say I'm taking your time and giving you one example. Let's say
Mhm.
patient same patient has been communicated by Swami as something else and by you, and same message but in a different tone, different ethnicity, different
True, true.
essence altogether. You
Mhm.
cannot streamline. this communication unless it's being standardized in terms of when it is handled manually. Okay.
Right.
So yes, there are predefined sets of messages which we now like we have already set our flows in the data flows in the system that helps communicating to patient in a very standard way. And it is not only about standard way; it's about how does the brand speak, how does you speak. It's not about how me an individual as a speaking to the
Mm.
patient. It's about me and an individual as a brand ILS speaking about, right?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, so that actually helped us a lot. We have not only set, and also on top of it, suppose say it is very need of the NR that you should only be communicated for what your information is required. Suppose you are inquiring me for appointment, if I be sending you locations of ILS, it is making
Mm.
no sense to you, right?
True.
So
True.
those
Right.
level, yeah, and that in today's era, that doesn't require any level of integrations. That doesn't require any level of interference like a person should send or not. So in this scenarios, we were like extremely helped where we could have selected our inquiries purposes and then automated messages can be triggered to patients. Okay, depending on what type of communication you require. Suppose say you're requiring an appointment, so we'll be sending you appointment related details. You require location, I'll send you the geolocation of my hospital. And that is not done by me manually or my agent. My agent or me are actually not working on a for robots. Okay, so we are actually working for patients. So we should
Patients.
be
Right.
working for human touch. The work
Mm.
which can be done by system, it should be done by system because that is a monotonous thing which needs to be done. So that is done
Right.
by the system, and that doesn't require any level of brain.
Right. And that is
And
very, very important for giving that personalized touch to patient, right? So
yes,
they can feel special around it.
yeah,
Right. So what about bulk messaging feature, right? Have you been using this, or if
yeah,
yes,
we
can you
have
share the
yes.
impact of Communicato's bulk messaging feature has had on your promotional campaigns or communication reach?
Yes, we have been using the bulk messaging system. So
Hmm.
that is also very easy here in Communicat-O in terms of like you just directly make your meta templates in Meta and then you just integrate the template bodies in your Salesforce Communicat-O app. And then you can, the best part about it is like you don't really need to send it on real time. You can schedule it, you can send it multiple times, you're free to choose your frequencies. So that actually is helpful when it comes to people who are doing digital marketing. So they can schedule messages to the entire database. Okay, the database doesn't need to be
Right.
uploaded. It doesn't require uploading of database at multiple levels and multiple times. A single database can be triggered for some multiple time, and the database itself get auto applied when and on as and when you have
Hmm.
selected the criteria. So there are spaces you select a criteria, and database automatically generates in the system.
Right, right, right. So, what results or benefits have you seen since adopting Communicator, right? In terms of, I know it is very hard to track KPIs, KRAs in these kind of communication, right? But what kind of changes you have seen, and how would you describe the overall experience working with our team at Communicator?
So, look, when I talk about outcomes, it is not always very much tangible and business in nature. There are a lot
Hmm.
of more thing which is associated to it and should be counted as an outcome. The first and
Hmm.
major thing is my patient experiences. They are
Right.
having now hassle-free appointments. They are like having hassle-free agent interactions. So that is the best thing I could have as a healthcare in young leader, right? That is the first thing. And second is in terms of my people engagement that has towards actually delivering the best of them to the patient
Hmm.
care has increased. Earlier they were so busy in the systematic work which now system is automatically doing, so they are
Hmm.
available for actual patient care.
Right, right.
So that is
True.
also a major thing. They are like actually non-tangible outcomes we should be more focused on. And when I come to actual thing which actually makes the business is like sales and everything, I would appreciate the thing is like I cannot actually say directly the numbers because it's seriously tough to say, but at the same
Mhm.
time, but I would obviously mention there has been hike in the terms of sales and a
Mhm.
very, very good high number of hikes that can be
Great.
said and bragged out loud. So
Mhm.
in terms of conversion, because the way we are, because it all about in now industry, it's all about how before going to how when you reply, it's like how fast are you replying it, how fast are you attending the
True,
customer. So
true,
basically it's
true.
like that. So basically in that sense, when your automation comes in play, you are like just a seconds away from the patient interaction. So that has actually helped us a lot of conversions from digital platforms, whereas our digital platforms are all digital platforms are communicated through Communicat-O platforms, only through the WhatsApp bot we have it automated in Salesforce. So yes, the conversion has gone up. The sales obviously has gone up after that.
Right. That's fantastic, and thank you so much for sharing your experience and
Thank
insights.
you.
Right, it's always inspiring to hear how technology is not just solving problems, but actually making everyday workflow smoother and more impactful. Right, especially in a high stakes people first environment like healthcare. Right. We truly value our partnership with ILS Hospitals and look forward to supporting your continued success. Thank you so much, Swami, for this interactive
Thank you to
session.
the entire team. Thanks to Vijay and entire team. Thank you so much.
Thanks to everyone watching. Stay tuned for more stories from Communicat-O community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.